Three-man stack around the back coming forward, and this sentry turret is useless because dappr's already out of the table.
Yeah, they are able to cross into the site here with that toxic screen and with the boombot clearing out the top side of the site. ShahZaM already catching the flank here.
Wow.
Another finishes that one off as well. Remember, he had a hot match against our Esports last week despite the L, and he is off to a flying start here on the pistol. Is he just going to go all the way for the ace?
I mean...
Oh, nope. He says, nah, won't be having that, but still a big victory stuff on this map. The Odin is actually an underrated pickup, I think, on Pearl.
Oh, nice flash play, getting Thief forward. Sim also a part of it, and oh boy, most Moguls are doing exactly what OR Esports were doing to G2. Take away this space early, force G2 to kind of play from a pocket. And as the Trailblazer pushes out, dapr taps away, still collects a kill. That still leaves time for something to happen. The problem is, you got the space is given, and the trap has been set. Thief star placement late. Quick rotation on the back off this flank. Brawk killing time. Flash out. Does not actually catch the top of wippie. Leaves dapr a chance to take this now to a 2v3. Pretty cleanly, mind you, as well. Alarm bot down. Nanostorm also in play, and wippie gets a shot on to Thief. So now all of a sudden the back of the site is open, but the flank comes through just the nick of time before the spike could go down. That's going to stall things a little bit longer for Moist Moguls, who had already half committed into this retake attempt. So now it's going to be a little bit hold it off, rather. Thief's going to go into the... Not the constant divide, actually. I thought for a second he was going to try to place this to break down the site. There it is. Seekers have been denied. Knives now out with the resets. Good. Sim in the corner. No. Penny gets the trade. Back and forth we go. The Nanostorm maybe turning the tides. dapr trying to stay alive and kill off enough clock, which he very well may have done. Yeah, he sure has. At least that's the intention. And yeah, sure, no worry. Still half a second away. That's one heck of a way to get on the board for your third if you're G2.
With that Trailblazer, start clearing out front B, start reinforcing the A side of the map. And I mean, it is definitely an A control play here for G2. They're going to leave the alarm bot watch flank, but they're definitely committed to either hitting A or bouncing back to B. Either way, Moist Moguls are in the best position they could be to help defend it.
Oh, nice shots from flyuh. Gets us to a 5v4. More contestants nearby. dapr just gives them the chance, and then, whoa, not a free kill into Penny.
Close.
Oxy with the trade. Bot with a nade out, though. Proto stepping forward, and Moist Moguls have shut this play down completely. So after a couple of the drop play coming out as Moist Moguls look to get their defense in place quickly to try to challenge, but G2, yeah, good utility kind of traps them back here. Not a ton of damage ticked or tallied, but it does allow G2 to back up into safer confines. And how about it? Penny kind of holding close. Will get him into position to likely just bunker up on top of the site, but as Moist Moguls start to make their steps in, it actually forces G2 to come back over towards the spike a touch. Thief sidesteps the pre-fire, has an idea on the last player, but in the cross, can't quite get the shot to land. 9 bullets remaining. Opportunity to come out. Now we're bound to classics on both sides, and Thief wins the right-click battle, and this time, ooh, maybe not enough time for the defuse. It's going to be real tight, but no, just gets it with half a second remaining with the eBay clutch coming through. And a little bit of craziness as Oxy will put a boost up to take care of Sim, but once again, the jet gets out, and now Thief moves forward. They don't expect it. The trigger discipline is out. Sim is still finding kills. Secondary flash in. Thief makes his presence known by tallying what could be a round-winning kill. The rest of the offense for G2 focused on A. Proto's already here to keep them honest, although the cross comes out for G2, and now they're kind of behind the defensive spawn.
Indeed they are, but the rotation from Sim with the operator will be here to stop this from getting any further, or will it? dapr hits a huge headshot and grabs the lockdown. This is going to force the defense to either push or fall back into A main, but actually that's where the spike carrier is, so this could be an actual problem. They're actually funneling the defense towards the spike carrier.
Oh man, not good news. Brock's 1v1 on the back.
And the force regrowth coming out here from ShahZaM to get kind of people back to healthy, but Thief, oh, he's doing it again. Brother. He's getting inside the corner. Aproto gonna try to play the bait and switch here from the corner by jiggling around. Will they spend the utility required to push Thief off the position? They spotted one. They spotted this
man. Dude, the bait and switch is just so perfect. As soon as Thief's contact comes out, Proto shells. It's just
off if it needs to be.
The retake from the front is on the way. Snakebite blocks off one entryway. Guns turn to the opposite. And Proto just lurks to a perfect set of timing. Now time becoming an issue, but dapr right-click lands very cleanly. Cove is down. This is a problem, but Oxy gets pulled off of it. Kills on the response start to come through. dapr holding strongly as he gets 4 eliminations. Thief the last one to tally, but Thief stays alive, tries to force them off for the defuse, but ultimately help. That's key. It's not just over the top, it's also a bit through. The Nebula coverage is great for Moist Moguls to walk in. So what can G2 do to respond to this? And apparently just spam through those Nebulas. Okay, that's apparently all you need.
The timing was off on that. I think they meant for him to peek with the flash, and he peeked before the flash. He gets rinsed.
30 seconds left.
Wow. Huge.
Just a slight mistiming, man.
Yep. But a huge start here for G2 on this defensive side. The Seekers will get sent out to keep the defense in place at C.
And he's trying to slow them down with the cascade here, but he's just going to be a dash push out from Sim. He's going to get the trade as well to control the site. Spike needs to be recollected. However, this is giving time for G2 to get into the positions. Trailblazer gets locked down, but Thief catches a huge frag.
1-for-1 is not terrible, though, from Penny's perspective. Lockdown out for dapr as he secured elimination, turning this to a 3v2. Oh, and ShahZaM catches Thief peeking into the middle of it. So now G2 can actually push really far forward here with this lockdown in place. Moist Moguls have both backed off in towards door. ShahZaM watching. There's the peek, and they both come through the doorway at the exact same time. ShahZaM turns the tides, and G2 out. So both teams got to back up to each other's corners. And we will reposition as the Seekers come out for ShahZaM. Sim still looking for a chance to dive on 4, but I think one of those Seekers actually did land. Yeah, sure did. Sim's held off for a while, reckoning in as the defense really feels the pressure coming forward. Sim on just 2 HP continues to dance with the devil, and G2 will use that as a chance to isolate and take it to a 4v2. Make it a 4v1. No spike in hand for Thief. Caught in a corner, and G2 continue this very pushed back. Snake bite out, blocks the front door. Second one also gets thrown, plus the paint shells. Lots of defensive utility baited out here by Moist Moguls. Not fully resetted though, they're actually gonna commit in. Sim's gonna walk forward, good flash to enable him to get the first kill, plus the opportunity to isolate onto Oxy as well. Penny can only take down 1, and Moist Moguls will have significant numbers of advantages, although dapr threatens the Viper's Pit early, but ultimately traded, which should lead to would hopefully be a comfortable 1v3, but the spike is not in hand, and ShahZaM is already making his way forward with plenty of utility to spend.
Yep, Spike still down on site. He sees that. Oh, the timing on that, though, from Thief.
Trying to catch someone off. Nearly gets Sim. That would have been a huge pig. Heal comes out, though.
You want to find
we'll be back to just about full 100 HP. Offensive Cosmic Divide to follow behind the lockdown, but wippie's still challenging. He's in a good spot to contest this back rampway. Thief does confirm the trade.
30 seconds left.
Sim turns the tides with another pick onto ShahZaM, but the spike can't quite get down now. You've got the showstopper out, and Oxy has immediately gotten G2 back onto site. What a quick little contest that is as G2 gets to lockdown for the defense in play. This could be it. Moist Moguls all leave the same way. No one headed back over towards A. Kova's out. Oh, great nanostorm zone denies at least the early play. The pre-fire, the spam coming out for G2. Does at least take him an elimination, but do they need to move further past this is the question. Nate is out for Oxy. He knows there's going to be some sort of a follow-up challenge eventually. Gravity Well gets pulled. A lot of the post-plant utility now already spent. Can anyone hop on, though, if you're G2? ShahZaM clears the way. Oh, my goodness. He is a steamroller with wippie. The kills are out. Penny is already on for the hold. And G2 come out, improve upon a Lotus that looked like they had never seen the map last. For this conflict, like you mentioned, Oxy and the rest of the gang just burst through mid doors, and they're already over towards B for potential first blood. Shock darts out. Nice play from Aproto to step in. He takes 1 with him, and brawk will be left backside archway to kind of finesse his life for a little while longer, which is not very long.
Mid rotations was attempted to be cut off there, but actually Thief gets the frag on the ShahZaM.
There it is. Does take Sim off of the initial threat through the back sidewalk. Gravity Well will cause a bit of a problem. Sim for the first. Cloud bursts his way a little bit further forward. flyuh. Last one standing, also tagged up for his last battle. Spike is not planted here. And as Penny tries to go for the check, flyuh steps out, gets the kill, and that's
power. They're going to be trying to attack and pressure Tree a touch while still pressuring middle here with dapr, but he's in for a rude awakening at market.
Gets away. Flashes out. This should lead to a peek, but How about it? dapr, no way, dude, are you kidding? Oh.
Dude, he should have been a dead.
How far forward this offensive killjoy utility is as well. Nano Swarm will hold Moist Moguls in towards this back choke point. Now down the stairs they come. Kills, not there. Not there at all. Unbelievable.
Dude.
Unbelievable. Well placed position.
And snake
lockdown was starting to threaten. And there's the snake bite afterwards. flyuh still has an angle to stop the rest of the offense from getting in, and ShahZaM just gets a one-tap dash away. Oh my. And G2's initial attempts to getting into B are completely put to rest, and now we have a 5v3 for Moist Moguls.
I'm not sure it was smart for ShahZaM to commit to that after they got shut down by so much counter utility. He was just separated from the rest of his team and forced them to have to make an individual play. This doesn't happen. ShahZaM shuts it down. Really good work here from Moist Moguls. dapr gets one frag back to try to open up the A site for a plant, which he may in fact get, as Penny will put it down, but trying to defend in a 2-on-4 is going to be tough.
Yeah, Penny's going to have to do something crazy, and then dapr will have to just try to play the clock, most likely. First contact out, just a little too high in the pre-aim. Flash also connects. Penny, no chance to fight back. flyuh will take both, and we'll get to an early 2. To also look at ShahZaM as the null command will start to get them over towards A.
Yeah, they're looking to go ahead and just try to split this A side. Aproto and company, though, are still here standing. They're throwing some good counter utility to try to slow this attack down, but G2 and company will force their way through.
Whoa.
Catching the first frag. ShahZaM with the response, though, at the Odin.
Sprays down for the double. flyuh up top cannot get back to safety. The spike gets blighted. G2 with the numbers, 4v2. brawk gets to work with the counter spam. ShahZaM wet noodles over a shock dart trying to land it, but it's still the pre-fire for ShahZaM that is deadly. But maybe not deadly enough. ShahZaM for the 2. Over the top, gets on top of the spike site, and how about the knives out? wippie, last one left. Tons of time here still for Moist Moguls to get something done. Knives not connecting until the very last one. Hits the head of wippie, and Moist Moguls.
Again, dapr with this mid pressure, spotted immediately though by that owl drone.
Yeah, has to give it away.
Blocking sight.
brawk not spamming at it yet. flyuh under threat. Fragment will push him into the mix. Oh, but Thief's help is unbelievable, and no one expected that flyuh had stepped through the fragment.
ShahZaM did A control early. Look at ShahZaM.
This is just a complete dry peek, though, and, well, it doesn't really work out, does it? Tried to catch G2 off guard, maybe trying to play for utility, but ultimately...
Reset with advantage. Kill the noise, force the defense to kind of start guessing. flyuh gets caught up close there by the hollow drone, force the burn utility just to slow down the attack. He's actually going to go for more, flashes himself in, only good for 1. That's not really enough in that situation.
Oh, dapr.
Oh, no. Okay. Saved.
He had a 1v1 like that in the last draft that he should have had, didn't end up securing it, but no, this time eventually gets the kill to come.
A site to kind of keep that Viper's pit up. We are going to see them working towards tree. brawk gets flashed. We got Thief with the gravity well, able to find Oxy, who got hit by the tree earlier in the round, and now ShahZaM set up, and this is not looking good.
No, it is not. Reveal onto dapr pretty much means that he's cooked. So wippie and ShahZaM last 2. And the only location that was outside of a flank threat from front side of A. But, man, breaking through this feels like an impossibility. Now, that said, if they could get the first, that would be maybe an opportunity, but no. Thief on go double-toed here. 3 in the front side, bunkering on site. The other 2 playing deep as the attacking lockdown is spent maybe a touch early.
I mean, they are feeling a lot of pressure on the side, so I can't blame them for doing it now, but, I mean, they just have no health. Now the spam comes through, ShahZaM hits the op shot, ShahZaM hits another, because why not? And this looks like it's all she wrote.
Sure does. Penny, though, gets a double. If he finds flyuh, maybe more of a chance, but ShahZaM's now by himself. Defensive lockdown will be, or pardon me, the defensive cosmic divide will come through. The shock darts are well placed, but Proto's fine to hold it, and that will be enough for Moist Moguls to get to A.
That'll keep the attention of flyuh, but there's still 2 players on the site itself, including brawk with the Odin. And it goes.
It does. Snake White holds off the rest of G2. Nano Swarm chips away, though. Oh, and the Proto. Oh, goodness gracious. Just no entry given whatsoever. And it all comes down to wippie.
30 seconds
1v5, no spike. 30 seconds or less to make the play. And it looks like Moist Moguls are going to finish this half 9-3, brother.
It does look that way. I mean, this is the worst attacking half G2's ever had with this squad on this map.
Deny the recon bolt, but ultimately G2 are going to get what they came for.
Blocking sight.
See if wippie and company can hold things off here at the back of the site. Entry goes the way of flyuh, though, and now dapr's in a lot of trouble getting swarmed from multiple angles, and he is not able to find anything. Sim gets the entry there. Spike will go down, and Moist picking up where they left off.
Yep. Wow, what a map this has been for Moist Moguls. Flashes out, Penny's getting ripped down.
One enemy remaining.
That will be 10. Wow, flawless pistol from Moist Moguls, decent. There is a rifle down over there, so maybe a chance to collect it. If Proto gets isolated, that could lead to numbers. Pistol shot's not going to land. dapr also watching for brawk backing out of sight, and G2 could be good for another one of these. flyuh does turn away wippie, but it's still a 4v2 situation. A lot of members nearby for G2 to get this retake going, and they can do it very heavy-handedly. Wall will break. flyuh on one side. Flash out, well-timed, allows Sim a chance. But now as Sim is the last one left remaining, he would need to put together some impeccable shots and will only get 2. ShahZaM with his 3rd kill will also be given the tariffs, and he will think otherwise. Back over towards market, and the hit is now starting to stack and get underway.
ShahZaM gets prepared though for the sidewalk push, gets inside the corner here. Quickly traded though by aproto, and Sim finds dapr, and now things get scary. It's going to be a 3-on-3 scenario. Weapons are starting to get collected. Spike starting to make its way into the site to plant. And Sim up close on the back cross, catches the timing. Penny able to at least trade and keep it back to even.
Brawk low. Oh, but the shots are so good with the airy spam.
One suppressed.
wippie may have to save the day here. Brawk aproto still very deadly. Paranoia comes out. Brawk still waiting for a chance. Here's the footsteps nearby, doesn't take any shots, still continues to press from B-Main. And oh my goodness, the sheriff shots on both sides are freaking-leavable. Are you? Goes quickly, right over the top, doesn't see anybody inside the site, it's been vacated. dapr hoping for something over the nebula, not gonna work out. As he will drop in, Sim off the reset, looking for more. Knives connect once again, and once further, 3 for Sim. Even though
spike planted,
wippie does get 1 in response, this would be a 2v5. And my, oh my. G2 look down and out of the map.
Yeah, this is pretty much all she wrote. You'd have to imagine their first loss in the sense of on the horizon at this point. I just don't see a way back in. They have to win 8 rounds in a row for the defense to get back into it at this point. Now, they do have a 2v3 going for them here now, but Oxy is trapped.
Yep.
Not really able to make any progress with that dash.
player
Moist
standing.
hold firm in the back of the site, and that should be it.
Yep.
Indeed, it will be.
Wow, dude. What a slow start in the first half. He has not found an opportunity to do much of anything here either. dapr, though. Flash. Oh, gosh. Null command comes out. Hunter's Fury is largely dodged. flyuh is even getting headshots through the nebula. And we all start looking up to the decider map and say, all right, Haven it is then, huh?
Good night, sweet prince.
Unreal.
What can you say? Moist Moguls just... I just think they could have 2-0'd. Considering how good their defensive half was in the first half of the previous map. I mean, it was there.
Attackers win.
But G2 fight back, steal that one. But now on their home turf, Moist come out on top. And they do so cross into sewers. Well, there's a pretty big defense set up here.
Yeah, I'll say. Aldrone does catch Sim, who is still revealed here. Paranoia comes out, but oh, Sim and brawk still come away the favorable trades. Aftershocks really kind of locks into play, but ShahZaM delayed hit through a long. Does tally the kill needed. We go to a 3v3. A couple of ghosts will be exchanged. And that will lead to Penny getting the plant off with a chance for actually Moist Moguls. They want to go quickly. Paranoia comes through. They're going to regain site control. It's the majority of it. Forcing wippie did not have to respond with a classic on the corner. flyuh Thief all good, and the fault line on top of that also connects for an easy kill onto ShahZaM as Moist Moguls will secure these shields as Penny will get the plant off. Moist Moguls still stacked up with all 5 members near. Proto coming in through garage side. Everybody else looks like they want to try to hit from the back, including Sim, who's the first one in with the operator, but it's ShahZaM, Oxy, and wippie that did the first 3 kills. And with that, Moist Moguls have been denied entry, and even further than that, they have been punished for even attempting it.
Yeah, they really needed to get that off.
G2 look to go back onto their aggressive ways, try to get into A lobby. It's actually Sim who was looking for an aggro peek in through mid garage doors. That will be enough for first blood, and the op will fall. +1 to follow. Oxy threads the needle onto aproto.
Only 1 HP left remaining, so flyuh will span the door and eventually find him out, but still man advantage here for G2. dapr have a bit of a way to set up a crossfire on this long push, and so there still is some chance for them. But that fault line and paranoia, that changes things.
Yeah, but flyuh has been unaffected by it, so he's still holding the cross, but fortunately cannot tally the first kill. Defensive paranoia comes in the mix. That's enough for some isolation to start to occur. Hold on a second, it's just down to wippie all of a sudden. It's a 1v1 with brawk. Reveal is in off the recon bolt. Shots also connect down to 9 HP, and brawk will finish it, getting 3 in the round.
Pete, but boys fall back.
Oh, but they still commit. Desperate knives through smoke, not going to land. Key resources off. Oxy's just left with a pistol. Not bad though. G2 behind this are following up. Shrouded stab just to stay away from the Hunter's Fury, which still wippie gets taken down by. And the Rolling Thunder was also spent there by G2, interestingly enough. Still 3v3, but flyuh still in a solid position. He's earned himself a Rolling Thunder. That will hit both players up, and that's enough for Moist Moguls to, I'd say, way too easily work their way back to do it. So props to originality.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good fault line play.
Maybe
Once more. Proto tried to take court on it. Fault line actually nearly pushed them into flyuh's direction, but ShahZaM gets first blood. And with that, G2 look to continue to press on to C.
Yeah, they are looking to follow up on that big time. Aproto watching the angle here from the corner. Thief in the other side. But both caught by Oxy. Huge entries.
Brawk? Nope. There may be a timing here, but not going to happen. And
looks like from Sim.
Yep. This time enabled by the fault line. Aftershock behind it. wippie. What? Commits to getting out with the from the shadows, and G2 turned the fight to a 3v3. Looked like Moist Moguls are about to win the round in the first 15 seconds, but they still need to collect the spike. Thief has pushed through into A lobby. 1v1 with dapr. Man, he's had a handful of those. He just has not tallied on. That one in particular doesn't hit a shot, but Thief goes back right into the waiting arms of wippie. The spike will be collected.
Fault line and flash is available. Brawk has plenty of utility available as well.
Oh, and low health pools right here. Rolling Thunder out. Oh, it actually boops him almost into the shock dart completely. Reveals also in the mix as brawk starts to make his step forward. ShahZaM will drop. wippie now playing at range. Cannot get the gunfight win versus brawk. And oh my. Just when you thought.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough call.
Take flight.
There's the late owl drone. 40 seconds remaining in the round. Lockdown's also out. And oh boy.
Oh
the thing about this is G2 are not just trapped here deep. They may not know how many members, and they surely do not know how many members
30
are back
seconds
here.
left.
Doesn't make a difference though. Kills come out. ShahZaM saves the round. Are you kidding? 3 kills for Proto? No. What? The Knives in particular finds himself in a very fruitful position. Shock darts to delay any possible contest as the spike gets planted. Be tagged, but oh, I was gonna say, still in the corner. This paranoia could hit a ton for Moist Moguls because he's shut down. Now it's gonna be into Oxy. Avoids the owl drone. At what point do you try to recommit into this? And that may be enough right there. Rolling Thunder allows a free kill on to flyuh. A lot of defensive retake utility off the table. dapr holding down the trigger for a double. Thief, aproto, last 2 left. Around the back. Okay, hold on. 2v4 to a 2v2 very quickly, but you have to stick for this defuse. Fault line goes out. Thief able to get it to halfway. He's going to hold, and aproto is going to save his life.
And a 5 on 4 post plan.
Hold on a second, though. G2 are all coming around the flank, and Moist Moguls are trying to get their post plant back that direction. They are going to find contact here at garage. Penny for the opener. Thief on the backside of the door. Paranoid can still be spent.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
but a big couple of kills from Aproto to keep C long. Control of Voice Moguls. Penny, the last one left, can't get into garage. Pistol.
And they're going to have man advantage on the post plant as Brock somehow escapes with 18 HP. He has both his shock darts still.
No idea how Penny gets found out there. Just unreal. Free fire coming out. Now Sim off the cross corner. Goodness, double for him. ShahZaM, Wippie, last two left. Wippie's going to give it a toggle.
One enemy
There's
remaining.
the check. There's the kills. Voice Moguls clean in 2 straight B attacks. Now
Fight games all the way. They dominated Ascent, and they're dominating Haven right now.
Sim knives, dapr in the back. Penny, no fly zone. And then also a little bit of help for dapr in the backside. Voice Moguls, though, not done here. As the shock dart does tally a kill into dapr. Thief wandering into C. And no one has an opportunity to deny this spike for rotating.
Yep, it is going to make its way onto site. It will get planted. Back Halls is still smoked here. So it's going to be, ShahZaM having to pull out the Hunter's Fury. It kind of gets baited out really early, though. There's still a lot of time left on the clock right now. And while he does get the one tag onto Thief, that's about it. And now we're on equal footing man count-wise.
Sure are. Shock dart doesn't quite land. G2 trying to get into sight. 33 seconds on the clock. Aproto is still on this little flank. Hunter's Fury comes out offensively this time.
One enemy
And it does connect. Hold on a second. This is still
Spike
doable for
down,
the
C.
2v1 situation. Spike is down. 22 seconds on the clock. Spike goes down. 1v2. Both players relatively stacked, playing just around the dark cover. Wippie on the opposite side of the spike itself. Gets the first almost a chance for the transfer, but timing is perfect, and Brawk will get 3. Moist Moguls gonna work out. flyuh's gonna hold the corner. Wait for Sim to say, hit this, before the Rolling Thunder comes out. So what can Sim get from the front? How does G2 want to retake? Sim avoids the fault line. Flashes, Paranoids coming through. Rolling Thunders dueling on both sides. Still no full entry yet for G2. They start to make their play. Oxy only getting 1 with the judge. ShahZaM up top, the other 2 below ground. Kills going back and forth, but numbers still standing with the side of Voice Moguls. Last chance saloon for G2, but no. 13-5 the count, and G2